Oh, thanks for the gift sub to the mod. I really appreciate that, gamer. Alright, say something. My net dropped out for a second, but I was pretty sure I could hear you.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep.
Alright. So, everyone, this is my one mod. Well, you probably met him before, but yep.
Hello.
So we are celebrating affiliation today. I got the invite on the 4th, or that's when I saw it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yep.
So I was thinking what we could do at some point when I finish this game for the night is we could play Splintered Fate together if you're up for it.
Sure.
And we can do it on your file. That way you can earn more crap.
Sure. I mean, I didn't really get that far anyway, so...
Oh, no, it took me like probably 10 tries to get up to at least the 3rd stage. There's only 4, but they do get harder. And then, like I was saying, they actually start throwing enemies and mid-bosses in from earlier on in bosses. So it gets a lot more difficult as you go along.
I could probably imagine.
So, like, yeah, I've even had the frogs from the 3rd stage as a mini-boss in the 1st. Yeah.
Hello, Kong. How's it going?
Hey, Wukong. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so right now my artist is working on alerts, and then we'll probably head towards badges and everything. Brave.
Alright. Yeah. Sorry I can really help out much on my end, especially considering I'm still trying to get my act together as an artist myself, so...
Oh no, you're fine, Brave. I get you had a lot going on with your computer dying on, you know.
Well, actually, it wasn't just that. It's mostly just been life in general.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we have the Mana Sword, although it's broken. I guess that's what happened when it froze on us, is he broke the sword. Yep, broken Mana Sword. That fight was tough, but it wasn't unbearable, thankfully. But man, those attacks when he dropped the sword, that was like freaking bullet hell.
Only the best kind of gameplay, as I tried saying earlier.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Gaff. Welcome back to the first official affiliated stream now.
Riot?
Hey, Riot. Hang on, guys. Can you see it? It doesn't say the OBS stopped on my end here.
I see it, but yeah, the screen is a bit blurry now.
Alright, it's... Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
Okay,
there it
yeah.
goes. There it goes.
Okay, I refreshed the actual stream itself on my end.
Yep.
Yeah, we were just in a loading screen, okay. Because, yeah, my connection dropped, so everything dropped for a second.
Yeah, bro.
And I constantly forget when running around that we have these guys. Oh, I can't use it right now, okay. We have things called P-Cools. Oh, here we go. These guys right here, we can ride in the fields. And they are a lot faster than running on foot, although running on foot isn't all that slow, really. So yeah, it looks like Jule, the last party member you get, is the healer because he gets like Cure Rain, Revivify, Heal, Healing Light, all that.
Yep.
I only
had. Alright, so we're just pretty much chilling.
Yeah, we're just relaxing right now. Thank you, Riot. It took longer than probably was needed to reach it just because of the small viewership, but we're there.
Yeah.
So the exclamations are new side quests. The flag is a marked side quest, or telling me where to go to get to one, and that is telling me that's probably going off on Vuskov somewhere in the water and swimming over to some place. Alright, so what is this telling us to do? Sanctuary entrance, okay. Let me hop off these guys. Oh, well, let's switch our party out. Put Morley back in here. Yeah, so surprisingly, the two females both get a couple classes in martial arts style. Karina was in one right now. She gets like fist fighting, and Palomina here gets like kicking. But Palomina's like one of your casters, though. That's why I was casting spells with her in that boss fight. Now we're going to use the drum, and we're going to call Flammy. I will say, having the elemental burst in their second set of skills down their elemental paths, it made the Benevodons that had elemental weaknesses much easier. Because while you're using that, they take constant damage in the field of it. And then the person that uses it kind of flies around and everything. Hey, King. Yes, so those are space holder emotes from Twitch for now until we get around to them having my artist make some later. Yeah, because she's working on alerts right now. First she did the banner and logo, then she did the animated overlays I'm using, and now she's doing alerts.
Kind of interesting how it's kind of interesting how much things have changed over the past 10 years. Ever since we both started doing this.
True. You're right.
Yeah. Except yours has probably changed more than mine has. I mean, but then again, I wasn't really. I'm not really as dedicated. I'm not really as dedicated to streaming compared to you.
Just more so now because the way some of the newer people have been that come into work, it's so much stress and bullshit that I just want to get out of it.
I personally do not blame you. I mean, I was in that headspace for a while in my previous job.
We are glad to have you, King Marvel. Welcome to the stream.
Yep.
So we'll see how much we build from here, and if we can make it to partner quickly or not, and if not, that's fine for now. Oh yeah, so this person he's talking to right now, by the way, is Val's ancestor. And his ancestors were guardians of the Mana Goddess herself. And the outfit that I have is his outfit, which was the pre-order outfit. So the pre-order outfit was your ancestor's outfit.
Nice. Certainly is a breath of fresh air because I have been on the fence regarding Square Enix for the past year at this point.
Yeah, these games have still been good. This one was a lot more in depth and open field than Trials was.
Yep.
After this one, I think, is when they start focusing on the specific characters and where the witch comes in, Annis. So I'm really looking forward to see if they continue them because I want to get into those games. Because there's like 2 or 3 games that deal with Annis and that main character, which is interesting because until that point, each game is a different team.
Welcome to Serena.
Foremost in your mind,
Hey, Hook.
your heart will let you down.
Hey, Scott.
Understood.
This isn't our first rodeo. We've managed on the journey so far.
You must give a detailed report of all the struggles we endured along the way. To do that, you gotta come out on top.
Welcome.
So let's head to the Manic Odyssey side.
Take up a seat and hope you enjoy. We're playing some Visions of Mana right now. We're like into chapter 8 at this point, so we're pretty far into it.
In the sanctuary of all places.
Yep.
And this is blind, so so yeah, we just took out all of the Benevodons if you know anything about the series. And we took out Delafos, or we fought him successfully, more or less, this time around. Instead of just getting smacked around like flies. Yeah, so this is one of Karina's martial arts outfits. I like hers. She has like a sort of martial gi going for hers. Oh, actually, in speaking, let's change you up a bit. Let's see, what do we want to make you? Oh yes, the Musketeer, which is also another martial arts one, although she looks like a pirate with a mask. So this is another new character in this. So right now, so like the area where Jule is from is right before the Sanctuary of Mana, and this Treant is the guardian of the sanctuary, Trent. And our main character at this point has been named an Alm as well. So he's the soul guard and an Alm. It's actually a soul guard from where we found out why Delafos wants to destroy the world. Yeah, the wood Benevodon had the longest runaround.
Careful. We aren't alone in here. Odd. Are you suggesting that
Yep.
other mortals are hiding in this jungle? Wait, that's Liza.
There we go. Everyone okay? We're nearly to Verdi's burrow. Keep up the pace until we get there.
After we pick up the almond oil, we'll be going straight to the sanctuary, right?
Oh,
It's almost the end of our trip.
this is a memory from the past.
Yeah, as soon as you drop us off.
Because that's Liza, who was an older soul guard that went to live in the village where the Earth Alm is from, and she became it eventually. And then trying to leave with Orin, she got turned into a statue. Thank you, Hook. Took a bit of time, but we got there finally, yeah. Unfortunately, I still need my job because this isn't quite enough to pay for things yet.
Understandable.
Yeah, I hope now that I've had to fill out like tax things for getting paid, all of the money I've been putting into the art and everything, I can write off hopefully. That's a couple thousand to get back there, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I recognize this was a memory from the old one because, like I said, the redhead there is Liza. Yes, like you said, she was an older soul guard.
Multiple timelines to merge together. It's as strange as Coda warned.
So that was some kind of weird illusion then? A vision of alms from the past, I'll wager. I wonder how vastly their jewelers the Mana tree differ from ours.
Liza did come back to Future after her duties were done.
So yeah, her fire outfit is a martial arts one, but she looks like a freaking pirate with a half mask.
I had something of fantastic
Indeed.
So I will show you. I have to go to the map. That's the wrong button. All right. So you see the ones that say "Challenge the Area" on the areas unlocked. That means I've finished all 3 of the lesser areas for them, and all I have to do is take out the last one. Fire and wood have one more, but wood and moon are the 2 elements that don't have a weakness, so they'll be hard, especially since moon is the one that summons frickin' copper knights, which are tanky as hell and have a lot of AoE range. Yeah, so they're a pain in the ass in those, because you have like about a minute. I have like 45 seconds to take out 2 waves. Yep, we hit affiliate. Welcome back, Emlyn. The other nice thing is, along with elements, there's so like the swords and the daggers that Morley has would be considered slashing. The martial arts would be considered blunt. And as you can see, hitting them with her, they had red numbers, which means they were crit. So there's physical weakness along with elemental weakness. You just have to find the weapon type that's good against them.
Hello, Silver. How's it going?
Hey, Silver. Oh, okay. Someone got minied, I guess. Yeah, so annoyingly, I have a side quest for a nemesis, and the nemesis likes to Moogle and petrify you. And considering you only have 9 items in a fight, I need a revive. I definitely need Twinkle Rain for that fight. It is way too much. Like, I'm way above his level, and even when I was slightly lower, but still above him, it was way too much statuses to deal with it. Okay, an elementite there.
Status element's the best part of the RPG.
The only thing good about being turned into a snowman is you can shake your way out of it without an item. When you're a Moogle, you can like run around and do Moogle attacks, but you still want to cure it.
Yep.
Poison and burn aren't too bad, but yeah, you still want to remove those because those actually stick after battle.
Indeed. I remember I used to hate poison a lot when I played older RPGs, but I've since encountered much more status ailments that I hate more.
Oh yeah, same. So, goddess scales are a lot more plentiful in this, by the way. I've been finding them in dungeons, and the dub bears that sell like the serums and everything for permanent stat raises, they started selling those too. Like when I come across dub bears that have them in the Emporium, I can buy like 3 of them. So I have quite a few of them at this point. Oh crap! Okay, Morley's down. All right, let's switch over. Cup of Wishes.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember eating Vanish a lot in the Trails games.
Oh god, yes. Trials games have some horrible statuses.
Yeah. Vanish was especially the worst, especially considering it's especially considering it completely drains all your CP and it gets you.
Right. Oh yeah, when you come back, yep.
Yeah. And your EV for that matter.
Mm-hmm. I just figured, fuck it, I'm gonna use a class strike because they were doing way too much to me. And crap, okay, I don't think I have any of them available right now. Morley's on fire, and I don't think I have any medical herbs. Nope, I just have Stardust.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fate was also especially bad when Trails of Cold Steel 1.
Well, I do have Parpota oil, which is 250 HP for every one, and then honey elixirs, which completely heals someone. I need to remember that I have the honey elixirs. Alright, so I guess we follow the star now. Oh nice, that replaced one of the cup of wishes I used. Grab that, refill the meter some. More armor. Yeah, so interestingly, in every Benevodon dungeon, we've had armor for every character. And Val's was surprisingly weaker than the Dragonhide we bought. Alright, is it your armor? No. It's either Jule's. Yeah, it's Jule's.
Oh yeah, speaking of status ailments, another one that I remember that really irritated me. Remember back when I played Beyond the Beyond on stream?
Oh.
Ago?
Yeah, that game was horrible with statuses.
Yeah, especially Curse. Samson in particular was cursed throughout a quarter of the game, and you could not get it off.
I remember that. Curse is particularly bad in Shining Force, too.
Yeah. Especially considering it's made by the same developers.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you wanted to attack? You're cursed.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? You did damage? Okay, here's a crit on you.
Yeah. Precisely.
And you're just like, really? Could you give me a break?
Indeed. At least in those games, Curse was relatively easy to avoid because you only ever got it if you
wore a cursed item, yeah.
Yeah.
Although in Shining Force, that is a strategy at times, is to use certain cursed items because they are just that good regardless.
True.
Alright, let's talk
No, and Beyond the Beyond, you were pretty much better off selling those items because they were practically worthless either way.
Right. Is there really no way that Deilofos can be saved from his own suffering? Yeah, whenever the party splits up, I like talking to them because they all have something to say. So Aish is like Hina. He's the Alm of Darkness, but he's not a physical party member. But he does cast and heal. He's also like the head proprietor of the Tome Spire, where all the scholars are where the Alm of Darkness comes from. No matter what perils may lie in wait. That's also where we found Bon Voyage too, by the way. He was a scholar. We had to make something we used to kind of poison / curse Deilofos when we ran into him again. Because they were researching something to help weaken him. No matter what perils may lie in wait, know that I'll be right by your side. Let us conquer those evils together. I love to give his voice and character justice when speaking for him, but I really can't. He's a very weird scholar. The sanctuary looks so scary now. Vel, we have to hurry to the goddess. Yeah, Korea's got a bit of a southern thing going.
Yep. Maybe I should try streaming some of the Trails games again. Of course, it's just too bad I can't really show off everything considering how story heavy those games are.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Deilofos' fury is so intense it can distort even the sanctuary. All the more reason to take him down. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. No, I exited the sanctuary. That's right. My bad. I got a little turnaround. The sanctuary is kind of weird. if you don't follow the path. That's like what they tell you when they first go, just follow the path.
I know how that is sometimes.
It's like follow the yellow brick road, but it's follow the dirt path that's like sparse.
Actually, if you want to go that route, that's more so Final Fantasy 13.
Oh yeah, the endless journey. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, just the long hallway that you're going throughout more than half the game.
Yep. And like I do get that game was designed to be more about the journey than the destination, but still, yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't exactly hate it nowadays. Now that I've played it so many times, it's just more so disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, I do appreciate story in some ways, but at least that's more than I can say for its sequel, Final Fantasy 13-2.
Yeah. 13-2 is horrible.
Yeah.
It's a time travel mess. Plain and simple.
Wibbly wobbly, tiny whiny
Yep.
bullshit.
Wibbly wobby, timey wimey, yep.
Yep.
You see, I'm guessing I have to talk to the people that are there, but I might be able to just move on. It's confusing because there's a barrier, so I have to do something there where the people are standing.
Yep.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger is still one of the few games to do time travel correctly.
Pretty much. That and another one. Oh yeah, Radiant Historia.
Oh yeah, Radiant Story is really good. You have to get used to the combat of that, though. Not that it's bad, it just takes getting used to.
Yeah. I've heard some things about it. I still have my copy, although I have yet to play it myself.
I'm pretty sure Bailey did a full playthrough of that. Oh. Yeah, because they have like the new version, although I don't quite care for some of the character art in the newer version, comparatively, you know. Some of the original designs I think are better.
Yep.
Oof, okay, I got killed. We're gonna switch to Morley for now.
And again, there are a lot of other games that I still have to play, especially ones that have been sitting in my Steam library forever.
Right. I noticed a very non-biased and obvious what the heck would you call it? Promotion of another game that they did around the same time as Tokyo Xanadu in the Star Camera store.
Oh, yeah.
The big ass poster and the 2 movie screens for it, yeah.
Yep. And it's not just that, but especially the bookstore. Like there are all kinds of references to other Falcon games throughout the.
Oh, yeah, it's like, hey, did you know we did this game? Huh?
Yeah. Especially considering that the Trails of Cold Steel 3 was going to be their next big game right after Tokyo Xanadu.
Yep. They take a lot of things they did from Tokyo Xanadu in that.
Yep. No, Tokyo Xanadu was a lot more action focused compared to the Trails
It is,
series.
yeah. Considering they actually like showed you a X-Drive bonus for light, I wonder if you're either going to get the White Shroud eventually or you get someone else with a light attribute.
I think he does join up with you eventually. I can't remember though. I mean,
Gotcha.
I already know who the White Shroud is. I'm not going to spoil it though.
No, you're fine. I wasn't asking for spoilers. I was just a curious thought because like he's the only one that has it right now.
Right.
And it's like, why would they show you a partner attribute bonus for it if you're not going to get someone with it. I read your message, right? I'm not ignoring you. I just trying to figure out while fighting like how to reply to it because it's a bit strange in general. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately, his 3 blade wielding classes are more DPS and not that strong of damage hitting.
Yep.
I got this.
Yeah, I got a bit of a ways in the Tokyo Xanadu. I think around chapter 5 or 6 is where I stopped, but yeah, I still have a bit of a ways to go in that game.
Oh yeah, in the mana games, when they're talking about mana, mana's essentially the life force of the world.
Yes.
Cute little boy is the Elm of Fire.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right. Especially in the original, in the original Legend of Mana, especially with the life force dwindling and whatnot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so we actually, when we first went to the Mana Tree and talked to his ancestor, we found out why they do the Elm pilgrimage every 4 years. Basically, like the whole thing about like the world becoming undone if they don't is part of it, but that's like just the part they tell everyone, you know what I mean?
Right.
What they don't say is like the world is like that because of Dalephos' curse. Okay. So we got another Elementite here. The points from those, for anyone brand new, the elemental points are what you use to unlock abilities down the different classes and the elements for each character. I must say, I really hate and I will never use any of Val's classes with his 3rd weapon. And considering he is from the Village of Fire, and his unclassed weapon is a single-handed sword, I'm sorely disappointed the weapon for putting the fire elemental on him is that weapon. It's a spear and a shield, but it's like a huge lance, and it is even clunkier than the great sword here.
It seems like every RPG always has those characters that are just overall not very fun to use every now and then.
Time for some new gear.
Oh nice, we got the ×2 bonus for him now. That is for Morley, I can just tell by looking at it. So I guess we're going to get something for everyone as we go through these. Oh yeah, you missed that in the volcano where we fought the final Benevodon.
Pure utilizes Carol really well, although because of how slow he is, he just feels absolutely terrible to use.
So we're now in ice, and she has eruptions. Let's use that. Like the one thing I forgot to mention, when you use the elemental burst when that yellow meter's filled all the way, the character that does it, they actually can zip around into the air and whatnot to hit different parts of larger monsters.
Secure.
We did find out when we went to do the Wind Sanctuary how Karina lost her wing too. She lost it rescuing Ramco, who is the sacred beast that becomes Flammy when you use the drum. Yeah, your Val's ancestor is the one after you first come to the tree that awakens Flammy to become, or awakens Ramco to become Flammy, for you can fly on him. Alright, you need to heal Morley, and I need to not use you, at least not in that class. He gets like a combat staff, and then like he has like 2 or 3 classes with his weapon from the unelemental class, the katana, which is nice. Yeah, Morley's base class and a couple of his other classes are katana users, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
So let's see, if I do fire for him, that's katana. Water is one of the staff. I don't remember what the other ones are. A couple of these others are daggers as well. Earth is dagger, but Earth is ninja master. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna swap you out. I do not play COD. Alright, I can see something around here. Yep, there it is.
Wondrous rare copper speed?
That looks like, yeah, that's definitely Karina's. Because the picture for their armor is basically like in the design of their unelemental class they start off as. And, you know, right now the Sanctuary is reminding me very much of Annis's Dungeon and Trials, because it was basically a distortion of every area you've traveled to.
Messy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the most surprising thing we found out when we got to the Mana Tree is the goddess has not been up and about. She's been asleep for thousands of years still. I don't know if it's in the same timeline from when Trials ended and she had to recover, but yeah. For thousands of years before this game starts, the goddess has been in slumber in the tree.
It is pulsating with power.
Yeah, so basically, because she's been down, that's why they have to do the alms sacrifice. Because what they do is the alms give up their life force to become mana for the elementals to... what was the term? They use the mana from them to subdue the curse from Dalephos for another 4 years. And by the time 4 years is up, the mana's been depleted from the alms, essentially. So they have to do another pilgrimage every 4 years to keep the curse at bay. Yeah, sorry about that, Wukong. Maybe down the road at some point when I can justify buying it and writing it off, I might do some stuff like that people want to see. You missed the very fun thing in the light dungeon where you had an invisible platforms you had to shine light through to see.
Oh, good.
And you had to jump on them. They weren't solid platforms all the way across. They were like chunks.
I see.
You could see them without it, and you kind of had to towards the end because they'd give you a couple of them you had to jump on, and you could only shine the light through one of them. It was still a pain in the ass.
I can imagine. All of a sudden, I'm getting flashbacks to. All of a sudden, I'm getting flashbacks to that one moment in Simon's Quest where you have to throw holy water all over the floor.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't fall through any invisible platforms.
We must keep moving forward. Honor the prayers of those who paved the way.
I'm gonna avoid fighting more or less, just because taking a bit of time.
Secure.
Yeah, I will say, I do know, like, when I had initially started, you didn't have to be affiliated or partner to get donations. You could set up, like, a PayPal donation button. I don't think it was let me do that before being affiliated this time around. Just turn around to give the other puppy a hard kick. So yeah, when they had that loading screen for sinking stones, that was inside a volcano. So you had stones you jumped on and they started to sink almost immediately. Not fast, but it was still, a bit stressful. Because like in any mana game, when you touch the lava, everyone that touches the lava gets the burn status. Right? That's right, I did this with...
Well, at least it's not instant death like in some other games that I can name.
Yep. That's right, I forgot. I did see what her martial arts one is with fire. I'll stick with Karina for now. Alright. This is a different group than the other one because the Alm of Wind is a young girl now. Past to present, present to future, we represent all of it. I pray that our thoughts live on in the next generation of Alms too. Yeah, right now this is like a representation of Airy Passage, which was the area before Karina's home. And with that one insufferable quest monster. I don't want to fight a group with 3 dragons and that many enemies, no thank you. Alright, it does look like I'm missing a couple things, so I'm just gonna run back and try to grab them. Thankfully the game was kind enough to give you every Benevodon's core stone after you beat them. But yeah, like I was saying, the Benevodon of Wood had the biggest runaround. You remember that floating isle that I was like, what the hell is this gonna be?
I think maybe I wasn't around for it.
Oh, you might have not been one, like we found that out flying around, but yeah, there was this big floating isle just like in the middle of nowhere. It's not even the sanctuary. The sanctuary is kind of in the middle of everything up on a cliff where we are right now. And I'm like, what the hell is this? This has got to be something. It's too big to just be part of decoration.
Right.
It was part of the old world before they merged. The part that got like kind of left in the air. And you run around like 3 other areas before you find out that that's where the Benevodon of Wood went.
I see.
And then you go through a more or less a dungeon there to fight him. And that was the only Benevodon that took that long to get to. Well, maybe besides the Benevodon of Fire, which was the last one, because you had to go through a volcano to get to him, and you had to do some fun candle riding and busting through rocks to stop lava. Yeah, the transportation mode for the Vessel of Fire is basically you ride on a candle like a rocket. It's interesting.
Yep.
Where like you basically swing like a vine and grapple with the Vessel of Darkness as you saw. So I was trying to figure out how to get back to check these couple of missed spots that it is pointing out to me. Yeah, we grabbed that one. I wasn't even sure if I'd be able to make that. Oh, okay, it's this. And you just set me there, got it. Now, there is one more spot. No, I don't have any other spots I can warp to here because we're kind of in a flux, I guess you could call it. And I can't get back up there to check that out right now. Alright then. Well, that was a bit of a waste of time then.
I suppose it happens.
Yep. I don't know if I'll be able to check that out later or not because of the way this area is right now. We're not actually in the area passage, we're like in a distortion.
Right.
Dead bears and the Grizzly Exchange. Oh, a plant boss, fun. Oh. Well, no, this isn't the Benevodon book. The Benevodon book was like a giant wood bird. There's only one Benevodon that was the same from the previous game, by the way, and that was the one of Darkness. Every other Benevodon was brand new. Oop, okay. Alright, let's heal you up a little bit. And let's avoid those areas that this thing is going to be attacking from. Nice, that was a big hefty sum of damage. Yeah, see how like she just kind of jumps and zips around while I'm in the elemental burst?
Yep.
As long as we just focus on the head. You actually want to go to the head when he gets knocked down. Actually, where are you? Because you have eruption. Although you're wood, so I don't think it's going to do much. out of the way of that, which unfortunately the dodge and dash in this is a lot smaller of a movement, so it's a little harder to move out of a circle that big. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. It is weak to fire. That was taking red damage there. Oh, that finished it. Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, so when you initially fight that thing, you find out that it, oh no, not that one. The Benevodon of Wood ate all of the other Spritlings to absorb their mana. Yeah, that's Grapplevine, which, that's the savage version of it, I guess. Another one of the reoccurring bosses in the games, it seems. Now, yep, you're in...
I will take this.
Oh yeah, it says this is the Distorted Sanctuary. Yeah, so this is the desert area right before the garrison where you climb the tree to the sanctuary in the jungle.
Secure.
So imagine we'll potentially get something from Morley here.
What wonders where? Found something of
Oh nope, that's for Val. That's right, we already got Morley's armor. Yeah, the gold armor there was the armor we found on the volcano. Weaker than the dragon armor you buy. Was not the case with anyone else. Okay, those robots are a bit of a pain. I don't want to deal with them. Stonework. Alright, let's see here. Oh, okay, we gotta... I guess we gotta take out the enemies here. Yep, the two martial artists do crit damage to him. Just because he's weak to blunt. Alright. Oh, yep, we got another one down here. There we go. That's one group down. One thing with this game that makes it a bit more complex is to get different combos, you have to like time your attacks with each other at different points to get different sets.
Right.
It's like if I just keep going, she does that, but if I go like 1, 2, she does the spin kick. One more battle to go. Oof, okay, I gotta back off for a second. There we go. Alright, there's that one down. Ooh, okay. Ah, this guy again, that's right. He's another reoccurring boss in every game. A bit harder in this one than in the other installments, though. Alright. Why is it not letting me... Alright. I'm not sure what's going on. The controller's not responding. Well, certain things are responding, but for some reason it's not letting her move.
I was about to say, I wonder if your controller just died or something.
The light's still on. Like, I can't even switch. Like, I can pull up items and things, but I can't even switch party members.
That's probably a game bug if I ever saw one.
Oh, yeah.
Does the game have autosave, just curious?
It does.
Okay. I mean, if worse comes to worse, you could probably just restart the game.
The thing is, I haven't been able to save it. I don't know if it's been saving in each new area. Yeah. You know, again, that's great that you let me do certain things, but yeah, it's definitely a bug. Because it'll pull up certain things, but it doesn't actually do anything. She just froze.
Indeed.
Considering this guy's poisoning, that makes that even worse. Even if I could just switch characters, that would be a big difference. Because they're hardly doing anything. Alright, I guess we'll see where we are last auto-saved. Alright, good. Control is back. Oh, good. I gotta fight all four of them again.
Well, at least now we know it wasn't wrong.
Hopefully, yeah. Although her mace would probably be considered a blunt weapon as well for these guys. Yeah, I don't need any more issues because the X button on my PS4 is having issues too. I need to either replace it or just buy a new controller. Yeah, I kind of have to push it down and wiggle it a bit for it to do anything when I'm confirming stuff. Alright, I have to grab these 2 chests again, too. If only there was a Meridian here, would have let me save and heal. Okay, that's his armor. Let's get that on you first. That was gonna finish off everything, because yeah, certain things were strong against fire. Alright. One left, again. I think ice lessens her damage despite it being weak against blunt. What? I didn't think Val died yet.
Oof.
I was just going to switch to him.
Jeez. That's brutal.
Yeah. After this, I'm gonna take ice off of Val for now. 'Cause that just kind of made things harder.
Understandable.
Oh, I think... Let me check something out here. I know.
Secure.
Okay, let's... Move. Holy Saber is fine. Yeah, Ice Saber, no. I'll throw protection on you.
You are me.
Yeah, I definitely have to see if I can grab up some of the songs soon myself. Especially considering I really do want to continue what I left off in the series.
Oh, yeah. Me too, eventually.
Yeah.
Gotta finish Reverie and then... I'm having, gonna see if Daybreak goes back on sale for the winter sale at a better discount. But I'll have her get it for the Christmas present either way.
Yeah, I still need to think that's a place that's close to Sky before I get the regularity of those games.
Same, actually.
Yeah.
Alright.
Even though it's not really even though it's not really it's not really necessary to keep up with Daybreak, unlike how Zero and Azure were for Reverie, it's still be good to have the full context of the story, if anything.
Oh, yeah, no. We were on the same page with that. We wanted to see everything.
Yeah. Yeah, Zero and Azure were completely necessary for Reverie because that game has more to do with those games than it does with Cold Steel.
Right. It gives you so much more context having played them along with just the content for having the files.
Yeah, it was still it was a pretty good game, although Reverie was a lot shorter than I imagined it was going to be.
Yeah.
Or at least the main game was, anyway.
Alright. I'm just going to use this to hopefully get some things taken care of. Then I'll have them revive.
Yeah, because... Yeah, I'm noticing those guys are really quite a number on you.
Yeah, I think it was more the Basilisk because I focused them down before. Alright. Let's use you because you'll heal everyone. No, I don't want to put you on the wheel. I'll have to buy some more chocolate later.
I will take over.
At least one thing's for certain, Reverie was at least it was still refreshing, especially after the anime of Cold Steel.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It did the game so bad.
Yeah. I think I may have mentioned it before, but yeah, I really do get the feeling that there was no communication between the animation studio and development team at all.
Right. Alright. Hopefully, we don't have the issue this time. Good.
Yep.
And I'm just going to throw this out there for extra damage.
That answers that question at least. It was a bug.
Yep. I mean, 8 chapters in, that would have been an issue much earlier than now. You know? Considering I've taken like a couple streams and some off-stream time to do side stuff.
Yeah. Every now and then you get those once in a blue moon things, like my case in the original Uncharted, where I was playing it with my with Nick at one point, and all he did was kick a door down and Drake suddenly went into the T-pose.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
And I have not had that happen since. It's honestly kind of hilarious. In fact, I remember Splash actually recorded it for his Twitter at one point.
Alright. Oh crap, I don't have any medical herbs for that. I'll just have to deal with it for now. Ooh, okay, he's weak to electric. That's good to... or wind, that's good to know. Val's the one with wind on his stuff. Darn you, trying to heal from your damn poison. I have the stronger one, Thunderstorm, but it's more of a AoE, so it doesn't quite just focus on him, you know? Alright, well then, we're gonna do this, because you're gonna take a lot of damage from it. That's 1200 right there already. It's probably another 800 there. Yeah, these are like savage versions of bosses. This is gonna really dampen his day then. Frickin' elemental burst wind, just weakness him the whole damn time he's in it. Alright, do you have Wind Saber? No. I should have thrown it on him. That was the other thing I would do in elemental bosses. I'd throw the weakness saber on them to throw everyone on it. I'll back to you because I can just cast. I'll use my honey elixirs for healing right now.
Mana stance. I didn't even know that there was such a combination.
The mana what?
The mana stance. Savage mana stance.
Oh, yeah. A mana ant's been like a thing in every game. It's like the first boss in the first game, or the second game, Secrets of Mana. And it was like one of the first like 3 or 4 bosses in the second one. Oh yeah, the Full Metal Hugger is still in this too. He was one of the early bosses as well, so we'll probably be fighting him again as well. And you know what? He's actually so big, Thunderstorm is worth using on him. Because nearly every bolt hits him. They're all level 60 now. Yeah, those stones, you basically exchange them for ability seeds to give people abilities. That's how Karina has Healing Light and Revivify, because I have seeds, ability seeds for those. I could really use a Twinkle Rain seed to cure status elements. Because Julie is the only one that has that learn through a path right now. But like you get him so late, and he's another caster like Palamina, and it's like by that point you have Palamina already set up as your caster.
That certainly was rather shocking, wasn't it?
Hold on, everyone. It's Delos.
Something about him is different.
Oh, this must have been way back then.
Might this be a bygone version of Delos, then?
Yep, before he reclaimed his energy and became all monstery.
Well aware am I of the dangers of my path. All I ask is that Cerulea is protected while I am away. For her sake and mine, that we may continue our lives together. will defeat all eight
So you
monsters.
actually find out that Delaphos was a well-accomplished general at a young age.
The Delaphos of legend. A perfect portrayal, as it was in Trish's play.
But in the end, he wasn't a hero at all. Heroes don't try to destroy the very thing keeping the world from falling into chaos.
A truly terrible tale. Let us leave this bit of history and continue on our way.
He was every bit the hero back then. The perfect
Alright, I'm just gonna let this go because I found out in this game, if I interrupt their dialogue, it doesn't start up again. Which sucks.
Oh,
Yeah, they should have addressed that.
indeed.
Because they have some very story-related conversations like that, and it's like, you start a fight, you start another scene, you zone into an area, it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm either gonna probably wait until we get to a save if one's coming up, or the next auto save, and then I'll probably switch and we can do some runs in Splintered Fate.
Sure.
Delaphos again.
If we are in the Luca ruins, then this must be when he arrived to weaken the Benevodon of water. Shh! I'm trying to hear what he's saying!
Julia's got such a weird attitude.
With Gantu's defeat, the flood waters will recede, allowing the people to return once more. I hope you keep me in your thoughts, Julia. For you are never far from mine. It is over!
Yeah, the Luca Ruins there is where you fought the Full Metal Huggers. That's coming up here soon, probably.
We managed to defeat those monsters.
Still complete with losing his eyes, by the way.
Had to do this all alone.
Yeah, as if it wasn't creepy in the Trials remake, considering how much better looking this one is, it's even worse.
He had the name of sword and a life size. Both were necessary to take care of all the Benevodons, I guess. The more we witness
Oh good, we do have a Meridian up ahead.
What we'll see next.
I just wanted to make sure there's going to be no more dialogue there. Alright guys, we made it pretty far